We have another NHL trade to discuss. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Buffalo Sabres have swapped former first-round selections. We'll get into all the details coming up next. Welcome back here to Top Shelf Hockey. Now, as I mentioned, we have some breaking NHL news. We have another NHL trade, a little bit minor in this one, but still could have long-term implications for both teams. Chicago Blackhawks have traded their 2017 former first-round selection right-shot defenseman from Finland, Henri Jokijarju, over to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for their 2016 first-round selection forward from Sweden, Alex Nylander. Now, this is a very interesting trade. I did not see this coming. Not shocked to see Alex Nylander be traded from Buffalo. Obviously, we're 3 years now removed from his draft year, and he really hasn't gained any kind of a full-time opportunity. The limited time he's had in the NHL hasn't really gone the best, so I think it's fair to say he could use a change of scenery. But I am a little bit surprised that the Blackhawks would swap out Jokijarju in order to bring him into the fold here. Now, as we've seen last year, the Chicago Blackhawks brought in what many believed to be a draft bust in Dylan Strome from the Arizona Coyotes, and really he looks anything but a bust now, getting back with his old junior teammate Alex DeBrincat, and really went on a tear and put up a ton of points to really get his NHL career back on track. So I'm assuming that the Blackhawks are kind of hoping they can kind of do the same thing here with Alex Nylander, that a change of scenery with some different players, maybe some more offensive-minded guys, will kind of help ignite his game and bring out the potential that many thought they'd seen in him when he was drafted back in 2016. Now, the Blackhawks obviously have lots of young prospect defensemen, so in a way I can see Jokijarju maybe being expendable, but I'm a little bit surprised that move would come right now. They chose to pass up Bowen Byram at the 2019 NHL draft and take Kirby Dach, so they get the big center iceman instead of the top defenseman in the draft. Of course, they also have Adam Boqvist from the 2018 draft. Not quite sure if he's really ready or not. He played a year of junior in the OHL last year, so we'll see about him. But I mean, he has a lot of long-term upside as well. But really, this seems a little bit one-sided right now, with Buffalo certainly getting the better of the prospects, at least as it stands today. But if Chicago can pull another Dylan Strome out of a hat here and turn Alex Nylander into the prospect many thought they were going to get, then maybe they'll get themselves a pretty good deal here and maybe win this trade longer term. But for the short term, I definitely think Buffalo wins. Now, as far as a spinoff from this trade, I think it's fair to say now more than before that the Buffalo Sabres likely are leaning towards trading defenseman Rasmus Ristolainen. If you take a look at what they've acquired for their blue line, specifically on the right side since the trade deadline, they've got Brandon Montour, they acquired Colin Miller, and now they got Henri Jokijarju, who's a right shot. And they also have Casey Nelson, who's really not much more than a right shot depth defenseman, but still he's there with NHL experience. And then you got Ristolainen, so that certainly creates a bit of a crowd. Jokijarju played well enough last year with Chicago, in my opinion, that he certainly deserves an opportunity, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him get a spot out of training camp. But certainly, I think that possibility exists now more than before, and it makes a lot of sense for the Sabres if they really want to target themselves a number 2 center iceman to land in a Ristolainen trade should they go down that road. But personally, I think the odds of Ristolainen traded just went up quite a bit here. I know Jokijarju might only be a prospect, but I've already talked about the fact that I thought Ristolainen might be traded based on acquiring Montour and Miller. Now you add another pretty solid-looking right shot, young defenseman in the mix here. They can certainly cut back payroll a little bit with Jokijarju on an entry level compared to what Ristolainen makes and put that money towards the center ice position for right now. So it would be a terrific trade for the Sabres if they could use this as a spinoff to accomplish that. So we'll see how things go for the Hawks. We'll see if they can make the same thing happen like they did with Dylan Strome. Obviously, their blue line has had a lot of other acquisitions here lately. So I wouldn't be shocked to see not a whole lot of youth in that blue line for this coming season. But it was interesting to see them passing Bowen Byram, and now they trade Jokijarju as well. So I know many thought the Hawks might not take Byram because of all the young D prospects, and now they don't take him, and one of their top prospects in that position is now gone. So let me know, if you're a Hawks fan especially, how you feel about that on your blue line with all your prospects, and who do you think wins this trade? Leave me your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section, and we'll continue the conversation. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.